What is up, YouTube fam? So the goal in this video is to find a used but new to me trunk for my 370Z. You might be asking, Amar, what's wrong with your current trunk? Absolutely nothing, and that's the reason that I am getting a used one. So I'll kind of explain. So other than the bird poop that's on my trunk, there's nothing wrong with it. But what I want to do actually with my 370 is to do a V1 Nismo spoiler, and in order to get that spoiler onto this vehicle, I would need to drill into the trunk. And prior to this vehicle, I actually had a 2.0 Genesis, and I had gotten an aftermarket spoiler from eBay installed onto the trunk. And after a couple of months, that spoiler became loose and water was getting into it. You could, without any pressure with your thumb, you could lift up the spoiler. And I don't want that to happen on the 370. But as a precaution, the goal that I would like to accomplish is take this trunk off the vehicle, so the one that actually came with the car when I purchased it, buy another black trunk. I think the code for this one is magnetic black, I think is what Nissan calls it. But that's the goal, is to find another trunk that's the same black, which the 370s all have the same color black, I think, and put that trunk on, take this one off, put it up in the attic, and then purchase I think I want to do the Icon Motorsports V1 Nismo spoiler and drill that into the other trunk that I get. Hopefully that makes sense. Take this trunk off, buy another trunk that's black, put the spoiler onto that one, take the stock one and store it away if I ever choose to sell the vehicle in the future. So anyway, let's switch over to the desktop.
All right, so we have switched over, and I'll kind of show you guys how I ended up finding the trunks for the 370. So I just Googled it. I just Googled 2016 370Z used trunk for sale. And these are the two options that I was able to find that, first of all, matched the color of my car and actually weren't completely just wrecked. So if you are going to do this, definitely go through, check all the photos, make sure everything checks out, contact the people who are selling it. That's actually what I did in this scenario. So this first one that you guys see here is probably the preferred one that I would purchase. So it's just a base 370Z trunk. You can see that there's no spoiler or anything on here. And so that one would be probably the most optimal one to purchase. So that way you could just, in my case, I want to do the V1 Nismo spoiler. But the issue with this one is it's in Florida, and I contacted the seller and got them to send me photos, but they pointed out like right here, kind of like a scratch somewhere. You can see right here, this is probably the dealership's, whatever it's called, emblem that they put on there. There's some residue, and you can kind of see like right there on the left corner of the back windshield, I think there was some damage. So what I ended up doing is, honestly, I might still purchase this one. So what we are going to go see is this one right here. This one is located about 30 minutes away from me. What the difference is in this one is it looks a lot cleaner. You can just tell in this listing. I don't see any damage right here. I contacted the seller. They did say that this spoiler that they've put on the trunk is loose, so it's a duckbill spoiler, so I'm wondering if they just used 3M tape. I don't know how they would have used any sort of bolts or screws to get it in there, but I'm going to take you guys with me. I've actually already purchased it, and with this specific seller, they said that they are a closed lot, so I can't see the trunk unless I buy it. So I've already bought it, and then I'm going to take you guys with me to go check it out and see if it's a trunk that ends up going on my Z. Yeah, we'll load you guys up into the GoPro and we'll head on over and take a look at this trunk. And yeah, I'll take some videos at the shop and we'll see if we end up buying it. See you guys there.
All right, so we've got the Mazda ready to go. I'm gonna be getting to this place right when they close, but I just called them and hopefully it'll be okay. But yeah, let's go ahead and head out there. All right, so a bit of a time skip. I'm back home. Long story short, I did not end up purchasing the trunk. So I'm gonna kind of show you guys why. So this is the trunk of my current 370. And so that one that was out there, so this area right here, whoever the previous owner was did a really janky job putting that duckbill on. It was drilled in, it wasn't 3M tape. And it seemed like he just used like I don't know, maybe like a drill bit. And it was just like loose shavings and there was some rust. So I actually haven't told the guy yet. I did initially when I saw it, I'm like, okay, well, it's kind of janky, but maybe I'll buy it anyway. But I tried to fit it within the Mazda and it wouldn't fit. So I left and told him I would come back tomorrow, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna go ahead and pass on it. I think I might take the chance with the Florida one, but as of right now, we do not have a trunk yet for the Z, so I'll keep you guys posted.